2026 is the year where we avoid your heartbreak. You don't keep falling for emotional, unavailable men because you like pain. You might be falling for them because your nervous system recognizes the distance that the dude is doing, right? So let's say that if he's inconsistent or he's slow to reply, or maybe he's a little present. He knows how to keep you engaged, right? What ends up happening is that you might notice and you might be ashamed about it, but your body wakes up, right? Your mind starts spinning. You might be like, oh my God, I'm so in love with this guy, but it's not really love. Do you know what I'm saying? You might assume that it's love, but it's not, it's familiarity. So let's say that you were growing up, right? And when you were growing up, that closeness wasn't really calm, right? It came with a form of pressure, right? Constantly being ruled or being watched. So what your body might have actually learned early on is that distance, right, feels safer than intimacy. And what that might do is that a man who's steady, right? A man who's steady, who gives you that consistency and he does all of that. He doesn't trigger the alarm system. So it's almost like your nervous system confuses it for almost a lack of passion, right? Your nervous system might think, what is wrong with this guy? Why is all of this so quiet? And it might start to feel dangerous to you, right? Especially if your home when you were growing up was chaotic. So what ends up happening is, let's say the dude he pulls away, right? He pulls away. What your body then starts to do is that it sort of leans in. It's like no, and it's not because you want him, but it's because there's a part of you that is trying to finish. It's trying to finish a story that never really got resolved, and it's really about training more than anything, right? It's not to do with your taste. And that's something you got to understand is how your nervous system essentially has been trained. What's really important for you to recognize is that you wanting him doesn't make you broken. And it's not that you're supposed to hate yourself for this, but it's a pattern that you have. And what you got to do here is that instead of, again, like, not with self-hatred, instead of being like, oh, what's wrong with me? I think it's even healthier when you start to ask, why does my body recognize his behavior as love? And then it starts to make sense. You're like, oh my God, I understand why. And then you can avoid the heartbreak.